Hi, guys. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Brian,
And I'm Adrian.
and you're watching Higher Thinking Live. And tonight we got a really great topic to discuss. Um, yeah, here's that. What's up, guys? We've got a really cool discussion to talk about today. And it's something that I'm really passionate about. And to be honest, I was kind of on the dark side of this discussion once upon a time. And I really noticed a big change when I decided to finally do something about it.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, what are we talking about today, Adrian?
We're talking about, I don't know, you tell me. Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. No, we're not sponsored by Nike at all.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't even said Nike. So, and I said it again. But anywho, that's besides the point. Tonight we're talking about why you should stop procrastinating and start now. Right? So whatever it is that you want to do, just go ahead and do it. All right, so I think everything's going okay. I see the audio thing going over there, but there's nothing in the headphones. All right, so Adrian, please take over for a second.
Can you hear me there for a second? Yeah, you can hear me, right? So there's audio. I think there's... Yeah, there's audio.
I see the audio going, but
Yeah,
what?
I see it too. Nothing is coming. That was
Okay.
perfect.
So I'd like to introduce our tech team for tonight. We've got our tech crew here with us,
and our sound and
there are sound engineers and live stream engineers
or
and
AV as they call them, right?
AV, yeah, AV,
Audio video engineers.
yeah,
Say hi.
yeah. Say hi, turn on your microphone. All right, say hi.
Hola, buenas noches. Gracias por estar conectados.
All right.
Yeah.
So you can see there all the hard work that they're doing right there. They're helping us, making sure that the audio is good, making sure that the live stream is going perfectly, and then also making sure to stay in connection with our viewers, so that way we don't miss anybody, and that way you guys don't miss out on any of the content that we are putting out.
And I think that's going to help out with the comments that you post and questions, and that way we don't take any longer, or longer than needed to reply, and that way we can collaborate and stay connected, and we can actually, not that we didn't before, but we want to make sure that
Oh, sure.
we were doing this. I mean, it's not that we were doing it before, but just to make sure that we are more engaged in the stream and the conversation with the audience. So
Yeah, definitely. Don't mind me. I'm just just the view from here. I just see that. It's just too much. They're just all I see is this going. I'm sorry. I'm just having a blast over here.
that's fine. It's all good, man.
I know.
I think we're allowed to.
I accidentally hit the bumper.
Well, you did.
Yeah, just now. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I mean,
Yeah, that's fine.
for people that didn't see the bumper, when
Yeah,
when
they
we
missed the
played
bumper. Yeah, make sure that they
Yeah,
got
man.
to see it.
Let's just let's just roll with it. Anyway, so
Yeah.
so so
Okay.
I mean, the interesting part about the topic tonight is, and I think I want to give a high five to our engineers, because they said, you know what, I'm not good at this, but
Yeah.
I'm going to do it anyways.
Exactly.
And so I think that's part of why we wanted to do the show tonight, and we picked the topic that we picked for tonight, because I think it's important to recognize people that actually take the initiative to say, I don't know it, but I'll do it.
Yep. Exactly.
And so we want to share a few topics, or a few pointers, a few tips
Mm-hmm.
on how to take the initiative and how to get up from the couch and start moving. It doesn't matter, I mean, you don't have to take massive steps in the beginning, but I think as long as you take one step at a time, I think it's going to get you closer to your goals. And so that's our goal tonight, to actually give you some of those steps. If you notice it, I play on words there. Um, some of the steps to actually get going. So
Yeah, and definitely. But before we talk about all of that and how to start something, I do want to break it down and kind of evaluate why we wait. We tend to wait to start something. You
hmm
know, there's this. I'm very passionate about something, a certain subject or topic, or I I, I want to change my life, but something is stopping me from doing it. I'm hesitant to start. And I
right,
just want to break down what those things could be. That way we can identify those things and then we can battle those things and put those things aside, put them in the past, put them in the rear view, and then start taking those steps to actually taking the initiative and start, living a better life.
right, yeah, that's true. And even though it's different for everybody, we're all different, right? But I think some of his um, motives or issues or reasons might actually click with some of yours, and so even though we're different, but we share some um, social, what's the best word to say it, or describe it? We maybe
Hmm.
his social environment, or you know, and we may actually um, benefit from some of those steps.
Yeah.
Benefits. I mean, not benefits, but suggestions, tips.
Yeah.
I keep losing that word. I don't know why. Tips. I mean, it's it's very simple. So, um, why do we wait to start?
Yeah. So some of the things that why we tend to wait on starting is that we want it to be perfect, or we want to be perfect.
Right.
We want to be better. We want to be in better condition,
Right.
or maybe we're waiting to be maybe more financially stable,
Stable. Right.
right? Um, we don't feel like we're ready to take on the project. We haven't perfected it. Obviously, that's what I said. But maybe we need more. We feel like we need more training or more experience. But how do you
Yeah.
get experience?
Just doing it.
Exactly.
The only way you build on that confidence is by actually
Right.
doing it. I mean, I know everybody uses this example, but I mean, it's the best example there is out there to kind of put it into perspective, right? So it's the same thing when we're learning how to walk. We don't say, "Heck, I'm going to give it 5 tries. If I can't, then I'll stop."
Mm-hmm.
We don't actually stop trying,
No.
until we actually walk.
Yeah. See, as
And
babies,
yeah,
I feel like there's a different mentality there.
oh, absolutely, absolutely, and so that's something we want to share in future live streams as well. I've taken some classes on how to reprogram the brain, and how to go back to our first days of life. Actually, first days of conception. Actually,
Really?
yeah,
What?
yeah. Believe it or not, some of the attitudes and behaviors we've actually picked it up from our mothers. Believe it or not, like days when you first were conceived.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, but it's not.
Really?
Yeah. And so a lot of that um, might be tied to that, and so but we'll share more on that going forwards. It's an interesting class. So, but yeah, that's one of the things they made. You know. Sure that we actually understood why we do what we do, and
Mm.
so it goes back to that.
Okay.
So yeah, being a
Yeah, I
baby
would
is
definitely like to learn
awesome.
more about that myself.
Being a baby is awesome. It's you have no uh, you're you're very
Well, I believe when you're a baby, you're living, you're just trying to experience as much as you can,
very
which is
innocent.
right, exactly. Well, which is why we have to watch closely when we're with babies or watching babies, when we have babies,
Yeah.
we have to watch them very closely because they're willing to get into anything.
Right, and also we have to be very careful with the words that we talk to them, how we talk to them, how we treat them, all that gets
Yeah,
programmed into their. It's almost like
I think
it's almost like when you're writing on a piece of paper, it's blank, and whatever you write on it, that's actually kind of what tells the story of that
Yeah.
book.
hmm
So
So I think that can be for another episode, another topic,
definitely
for a different
I
day,
think, and it would be very very
because we're
cool,
kind of
very
going off,
interesting.
we're going
Yeah,
getting
but
off
and
off
that brings
topic.
us to, um, you know, because of the social BS that we hear every day on TV, on the radio, or now on social media, um, it builds a insecurity
hmm
mentality
Right.
in us, even though we know we are sure we're capable of, but a lot of the times we the society makes us afraid of what people might think or say about
Right.
us actually committing to something, to a project, and sticking to a plan, and actually doing it.
Right.
So, um, I mean, what are some of the words that you hear from people either on school or at work, or you're horrible, you suck, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. Even on online on social media.
Even your parents sometimes say it.
Yeah.
Crying out loud. I mean,
Unfortunately.
that's horrible. But
Yeah.
we learn to put up our shields and
Well,
not
that's
listen
yeah.
to
That's
it.
the thing. What we have to do, we have to learn how to just stop thinking about or forgetting what people say.
Filter.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about it.
Right.
Right. Don't worry what people
Right.
think of you. Don't worry about what people say to you. I know it can be hard because we're so used to just taking these things as criticism
Right.
that you're not a good person or you're not good enough, and so it can really beat down on us,
Oh,
and
totally.
then it can hold us back from
Totally.
being who we are meant to be.
Yeah,
Right.
totally. It kills your creativity, your desire, your drive, everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and another reason why we wait to do something is because we're unsure of the outcome. We don't know what to.
Most of the times,
Right.
we're not sure.
We're like, what if this or what if that? You know,
Like, imagine if we knew the outcome.
right?
Would it
Then
be as fun?
would it? Right? Because I
Or
guess the best.
interesting?
Yeah.
Probably.
In my opinion, I think the best part of doing something or starting something would be for the ride,
Yeah.
for the experience, for the process,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Absolutely.
And then whatever the results, whatever the results, then
Whatever the
take it
outcome.
or leave it as the results.
Yeah, and I think one thing we have to probably consider is that we should enjoy the process, whatever the outcome. And I think if you're able to say, all right, so I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna go all in, whatever the outcome, I'm gonna do it with the mind that I'm gonna learn something from it.
Right.
So,
Exactly. So that's the kind of mindset that you should have going into whatever you're going to start, whatever you're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of uncertainty, but there's a lot of uncertainty in everything.
It's like when it's kind of like living without expectations,
Yeah.
right? And not expecting something to happen. Of course, something will happen,
For sure.
and then that's where we talked about don't even worry about it. Don't worry what's going to happen. Let's let it just happen
Yeah.
as it comes, and then just take it. And then whatever happens, good or bad,
Yeah.
you learn from it, and then that'll tell you, whether you need to keep going or not, or maybe you just need to change your route.
Yeah.
You know?
And actually, one of the I think this is probably the main reason people fail to start or don't succeed, or whatever it might be in that respect, is we're always waiting for the perfect moment.
Well,
We all know there's no perfect moment.
I do want to add to the uncertainty thing, though.
Yeah.
Um, what if it may not be uncertainty of the outcome? What if it's uncertainty of what to do?
True.
You know, What if I want to do something with my life, but I don't know what it is?
I don't know what it is. I don't know how to do it.
Right.
Well, good news for you. There's the internet nowadays. I mean, everybody's willing to help.
Right.
There's
And
there's plenty of information. There is a lot of resources. A lot of people willing to help. Institutions that are putting plans together on how to, develop. Is that the right word? Not to erase, but to develop better human beings.
Mhm.
Totally free.
yeah, but not only that, you can just try stuff, right? If you're not sure, then try something. If it doesn't work out, try something else. If that doesn't work out, just keep trying things. Try
Absolutely.
something, try something. It doesn't work, try something else. Just keep trying things. Keep trying things, but you just got to do it, you know? Just got to start doing it. Start trying. And then eventually you're going to fall right into something that's going to be you, right? So,
Eventually, a light bulb will come on.
eventually.
By the way, that's a reference to Thomas Edison.
Uh-huh.
You know, how many times?
I have no idea.
1,000.
Is that so?
Yeah.
He
think
tried 1,000 times?
Before he could get a light bulb. To
So
turn
what if he
on.
got to 999th time? He's like, man, I'm
Stop.
exhausted. I don't think I'm ever going to figure this out, you know? But no, he wasn't that. He didn't have that mentality. He knew that you just have to.
He was going to, one way or another.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to aim for. That's what you have to shoot for. So, do we have any questions, any comments, any what's going on there with the audience? We want to make sure we're also interacting with them. Jose Torres. Hey, Jose, how are you?
Hey, what's up, Jose? I saw that there was a notification for comments, and I haven't even gone to the Facebook page. Oh, it's right here.
Any questions?
Hay algunos comentarios.
Oh, cool.
Is your microphone on?
Ahí está ¿Puede leer los comentarios, Meli?
Yeah. Good.
Go ahead.
Mientras tanto, yo quiero agradecer a las personas que están conectados. Gracias por ese apoyo. Y también quiero motivarles para que pregunten, para que comenten. Y ojalá que este tema les agrade mucho, les guste, para que se queden con nosotros hasta el final. El micrófono está acá, pero... y la
Wow,
cámara
Jose,
está acá.
man, congrats. That's
Yeah.
great to hear. I mean, first waiting for 125. Was that the whole package, or was that an hour?
It's got to be the whole wedding.
Wow.
So Jose Torres says, that's how I became a photographer, videographer, shot my first wedding for 125. So he just jumped right in and just started hustling. Just started,
Yeah.
right there on the spot, just learning as you went, I'm assuming. Because that's how I started that.
And that's how it is. In the beginning, actually, you're going to start. Your initial price is actually not going to dictate, or it's not going to be relevant to your worth as a human being, but it's actually going to reflect a little bit on your experience, which is okay in the beginning. We're all learning. We're all, and so that's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Once you get that experience, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Get paid for what you deserve. Yeah. What else we got?
So my brother says, my mom has always been pretty supportive. She never said I sucked. Sorry you guys didn't have the same experience. Oh, okay. Nice. Thank you. I couldn't help but laugh hard when Adrian had the saddest look on his face as he said that, sorry, buddy.
No, that was actually part of the show. My parents, I don't remember, to be honest with you. And that's maybe a good thing. Because if they did, then it would maybe... Not today. At this point, anything and everything that my parents said to me when I was little, to this day, maybe a few years back, I would have been a little hesitant. Like, I wonder why they said that. But now I'm 100% sure that whatever they say, they said it for a reason. As all parents that are listening know, we're not born with the parents. We don't have a manual on how to develop good kids, and so I'm actually grateful to my parents for whatever they did and however they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to be.
What else we got there? Mercedes, what she's saying? Eric Wolfgang. This is what I was telling you about. Also, check out their other videos. Okay,
Eric
we'll check them
Wolfgang.
out.
Yeah,
Thanks for the
definitely.
tip.
Thanks for leaving the link in there.
What else we got here?
Oh no,
Victor.
Eric. No, she's saying Eric Wolfgang. This is what I was telling you about.
Oh, so this
to
is
check out
okay.
there.
So
she's
she's tagging
tagging
Eric.
Eric. So yeah, Eric.
Eric.
I hope you can join us tonight. And
Please.
if you're on the replay, check out our other stuff. All we're looking to do is just promote positivity and living a better life. All right. So
Come back next show is Friday.
Friday at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Central Standard Time.
Mm-hmm. I think there was another one.
Was there?
Somebody just Victor.
Victor
Hey,
just
Victor.
joined. Hey, Vic.
Aguilar. Thanks, Victor, for joining us.
Oh, let's see who's
Maybe
joined us.
refresh.
Let's see. It doesn't show me everyone.
Just refresh, maybe.
Refresh.
Or reload. I don't know.
Reload. Let's see. Does this work? Same thing. Not sure why it doesn't show everyone who's joining. Just shows me like my peeps. But
Anyway.
you saw people joining, right? That's weird. How come I can't
Oops,
see it?
something wrong. What does it say there?
What? All right, so moving on. So yeah,
Switch to the other camera.
what? Oh, we were on the.
It's all
We were
good.
how long we were on that camera for?
Yeah,
We
for a
were
while.
watching them the whole time. So it looks like I need.
Nothing is coming.
Not-
Just refresh that page, Mel. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. So I need to turn this task over to one of the lovely ladies over there on the switching.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
So I think my mom, as a tech engineer, is the one with the console of
The view.
monitors, right?
Yeah.
The control center. That I think we would need to hand it over to her so that she can go ahead and switch. And we look at them; they're hard at work over there. Looks like they're taking in calls and donations and stuff. We're ready. We're standing by. Our operators are standing by, waiting for your donations. And look at them hard at work.
Yeah. And so actually, this might be a good break to introduce our Patreon account or Patreon website, whatever that is, or page.
Yeah.
I don't know. You set it up. So
We have our Patreon page over at patreon.com/Higher Thinking Live. If you enjoy the content that we're putting out, and if you would like to support the live stream, you can do so by following our page. It's the link is in the description. You can go ahead and support the channel that way. On our page, you're going to find some behind the scenes stuff, some stuff to be able to, I guess,
learn from.
we're going to work on putting some material in there so that you can benefit from being a member of the page. So like learning, like books maybe. I was thinking about some
readings, audiobooks,
right?
videos, practices.
We're going to do some other types of videos, not just here in the studio, but also out in the field, and then just reaching out to the local communities.
For sure. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, just go check out the page. Link is in the description, and we look forward to working with you guys in the future.
Absolutely. And so also, if you think you have a special skill or you're in a special field and you would like to share your knowledge, we'll be happy to have you on the show.
Definitely.
Yeah. Along with your Patreon contribution. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point. So, all right. So on to the next
We didn't.
bullet point.
Yeah.
So, as I was saying,
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I want to tell you.
Yeah.
Do you know how often the planets align?
How often? As far as
Like, so they're in a perfect line,
alignment,
right? They're all lined up, right? Perfect line. Do you know how often that happens?
How many years?
How many years or whatever? Yeah, how many?
How
years?
much time does it pause before they actually realign? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Maybe 20 years, 18 years, 18 months, 19 years.
Well, according to studies that I found somewhere on the internet. They align, in quotes, about every 100 years or so. Now, the
Ah,
reason I put line up right perfectly because they don't perfectly line up.
but they almost.
They're almost lined up, but they don't perfectly line up, right? And also, it takes at least 100 years for them to line up.
Oh
So
wow.
the reason why I bring this up is because some people wait
Hmm.
for the perfect moment
Hmm.
to do something, right? And why this is a good example is because, well, perfectly lined up is in quotes because they're not perfect.
They don't.
So
They never line. So even the universe doesn't wait for it to um, um, happen. For it doesn't wait for all the other. Um, what am I talking? Planets. So the universe doesn't wait
yes,
for all the
something to
planets
be
to
perfect,
align
right?
up for it to be the universe. So
Right, right,
I
right.
mean,
So, and that with that example, there's no such thing as perfect, right?
true.
And B, even near perfect takes a crap load of time,
Yeah.
a lot of time. So, all that time that people just waiting and waiting to be perfect, or waiting for the perfect moment,
Mm,
they could have just been doing it already
absolutely.
and getting towards being
Perfect.
perfect.
And I think you know what. So it's almost like cooking. You know, when you're trying to come up with a good recipe, how many times do you actually have to make it in order to say, okay, so it needs a little bit more salt, it needs a little bit more pepper, a little bit more,
Yeah, I
you
agree.
know,
Like
ingredients. So
I can cook chicken like this,
every
right?
time.
Every time
Mm,
I can cook it really really well. I can do it in the oven like with some nice seasoning and then when I pull it out, it's like at the perfect time where
mm,
the meat is falling off.
mm.
You just pull on the leg and it's just all you get is a bone, a clean
Wow.
bone, you know. But and that's because I've practiced so much. I've done it and
Right.
done it over and over. Man, the first time, oh my god. I remember when my daughter was like 1 or 2 years old,
Yeah.
and I gave
Trying to
her,
feed her.
I fed her dinner. I made dinner. I'm like, ah, da, 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 da. She takes one bite. She's like, dude, I kid you not. I saw her face. She's like, she literally had no choice. My daughter's very, very, very sweet, right? And she doesn't like making people feel bad.
Right. Right.
So she'll suck up to anything.
Oof.
But this, she could not.
Mm.
She couldn't stand the flavor that I
Good.
gave. She could not.
Maybe it's good. Maybe she have no
No,
teeth now.
it
You
was
know.
terrible. But anywho, that's besides the point. Well, kind of. But it took me a lot of time
A lot
to
of practice.
perfect. You know, because it doesn't come out perfect every time.
Right,
But
right.
it's close.
Close.
But with
And that's
steak
what-
or red meat, man, I'm just not good at it.
Mm.
I'm not, and because I don't do
I'm
it a
really
lot.
good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take the same amount of bite when I bite into it. Someone cooks it for me, but you know, it's,
Yeah, yeah,
it's someone else, or well, once in a while I cook it, but you know, but yeah. So waiting for the perfect moment might not be a deal
No.
if you're looking to start. My suggestion is, you know, hit the road, Jack, and
Yeah.
make adjustments
And don't look
um,
back.
during the road. Don't look back, and if you do, just don't spend too much time looking back. You know. So,
Yeah.
so what do you think? So what do you think people don't start? I mean, is that because? Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously we talked about the psychology of why they think they're not ready. They don't know how. They don't know where. But do you think fear has something to do with
Oh
being
yeah.
successful?
I think it has a lot to do with it, right?
Fear
Fear
about
can,
being successful,
yeah.
not being able to handle
At least
emotions and family or time or money.
I think yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fear of okay, so let's put this scenario right. I think this is where I'm kind of sort of coming from as well. So this
Okay.
is my personal experience, and
Okay.
I'm happy to be transparent on that part. I've been kind of afraid of success, right? What it would make me do, how it would change me, and then also being able to manage the success. right? The time management, right? We started something and it got big, and then now it's like the time management with whatever I'm doing,
Mm-hmm.
time management with my family,
Right.
and then time management with myself, and just
Your
like
personal
exactly.
inside. Yeah.
So yeah, I think becoming successful can be kind of scary
Mm.
for some people.
Big responsibilities, huh?
Yeah, and then also the responsibility that you have when you're in the spotlight.
Right. You don't want to
You know,
let
you
your people down or
depending on
family,
depending on what you're doing, you can
your
be some
ego.
type of influencer, right, or some type of influence on people.
Right. Right. Yeah.
You know,
So you want to make sure that you always
right,
stay,
consistent.
true and consistent. Right.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool, man. So that's I mean for people, learning and all that. So why would some people want to start?
Well, because of I think
Why start? Why now?
I think the reason to start now is you need to get the ball rolling, right?
Right.
You need to make that first snowball,
Mm.
right?
Or small.
Or small snow.
It doesn't have to be a handful, but
I mean, I like when it snows,
Pack
I
it.
like grabbing it and like packing it.
yeah.
I mean, how do you build a snowman with a little snowball?
First in your head, the idea
The
that
idea.
you want to first the thought that you want to build an as you snowman,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing. And so I don't know. I'm kind of glad that actually came to my head, because everything starts with a thought, and then you decide whether you want to go ahead and participate in the activity of the thought or not. So I mean, what I normally do is if I have a thought, and then I go. I don't sit there and be like, should I not? What's it going to do for me? What's it going to? I just get a thought and I take off running. So I don't know. Maybe that might work for some people.
Well, I think once you get an idea, and this is probably what we're going to talk about this, and after we talk about the why start now. Maybe I should just save it for the why start now, right? Because I think that it's true. It starts with an idea, right? But in order to put that idea in motion, we need to start
Mm-hmm.
and to get the ball rolling.
And so, but at the same time, I don't want to take your idea of it starts. How do you build a snowman?
Right. So you start with the snowball,
Right. So you start
and
with
then you
something.
just keep layering it and layering it and layering it, or like like the snowball effect that we
We talk and
we hear about.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Start small, and it's cool how they always put that in the cartoons. You ever notice, like in the Looney Tunes?
Yeah.
They always have like one of the characters just running away from this giant snowball that used to be this little tiny
This
thing,
small object.
and
Yeah.
you just see it getting bigger and bigger as it rolls down. It rolls down.
Maybe they're
the
trying to
mountain.
tell us something.
Maybe.
With that,
You know?
I mean, cartoons have been around for a long time, and I think there's a lot of hidden messages in
Yeah.
the cartoons.
I think there's always some
for
kind
us
of
when we were
message there.
kids. It's just that maybe our parents never told us to pay close attention to the characters and to the stories behind the cartoons.
Mm-hmm. Did they even know? Who knows?
Maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't know. I'm sure they didn't even know. But
Yeah, but you had a good note on getting the ball rolling.
yeah. So
So say it.
getting, I see what you're saying. So I'm going to give you an example. Maybe I ought to make some noise here. So I'm going to give you an example, right? So I'm here now, today, but if I want change, what's the first thing I got to do? And if I do this, tomorrow I'm in a different place. I'm not there anymore.
Yeah, but now they probably can't hear you.
I think they can.
You think so?
If not, then I'll just repeat it. So what I did there was just an example of saying, if you moved a little bit every day, right, within a week, you'd be in a completely different place. So just taking the initiative and moving.
Move forward.
Or sideways, but move. You're not a tree, as Mr. Jim Ron says. But yeah, so you know, get used to moving. Start moving. Any direction, even if it's just circles, you're still moving. You're burning calories, doing something, right?
You know, speaking of burning calories, I need some water.
Energy. Wait, calories. Is there?
Burning energy, so I need some water.
Oh, well, I thought you wanted
I
to say
just-
calories.
I just
I thought.
Yeah, let's jump over to who's connecting with us. Take a quick break. Let's see. We've got quite a few people here.
Connected now.
Let's see. Marisa Reyes, gracias por conectarte con nosotros. Muchas gracias. Daniel.
Hola Marisa, hasta Aguascalientes.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Daniel Lozano. Mel Alfaro. Hola Mel. Piedad Aguilar.
El viejón.
No, viejón. I don't know what that is.
Let's see.
Mercedes.
Fabian Valdez. Hey, Fabian. Thanks for tuning in. Love to watch my 36th, 25th MC brother do his thing. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the support, man. I really do. Thank you. Matthew Bryan. Hey, Matt. Thanks for joining us tonight.
I think that's important to mention. And it goes with why start now? Because time flies and you can never get it back. Money, you can always make it back, but time, you can never get it back. Also, that makes me think of someone that I hope she's watching because she said she was going to be watching. Un saludo para Laura de Laura Garcia Financial Services, LG Financial Services. Un saludo. Right?
Yeah.
I think I'm good. Yeah. So, another comment here says, because if you take risk, you just might find what you're looking for. That's a quote from Suzanne Colasanti.
Colasanti.
Absolutely. You never know. Success sometimes hides in the darkest places. I don't know where that comes from.
I don't know either, dude.
But it's true.
Let's see. So, another reason to start now is you need to play to win. There's no winning unless you play. You can't. So for every action, there's a reaction. But if there's no action, well,
There's no
then
reaction.
there's no reaction.
And I can give a good example for that. If you want to win the lotto, you got to play,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
chances are
I mean, there's still a chance.
1 in a million.
There's still a chance to win the lottery.
Absolutely.
But in order to win the lottery, you
Gotta
have
play.
to play.
So there's a chance that
In
you
order-
might hit it.
In order to win at a racquetball match, you have to play.
What's racquetball? Oh, that's right. Yeah, racquetball.
You know, we should. I'm gonna go to your racquetball matches and film you.
That's probably not a good idea, but sure.
Yeah,
I'm down.
I think they'll want to watch it.
I'm
Why
down.
not?
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
come on,
Okay.
We need to see the side of you. You know, your passionate side. You know, you're very passionate about racquetball. Anyway, that's besides the point. We'll talk about that. Yeah. So you won't know unless you try, right? So. Another reason to start now is because, well, time.
Said it.
Time.
Yeah.
Now, time. Who
Here.
knows what's going to happen tomorrow, right? Time doesn't stop for anyone. So it's like time can be your friend, but it can also be your enemy, right? But that's how you play it, right? It all depends. It's all up to you and how you use your time. So if you want to get somewhere, if you want to do something, and you're kind of like, I want to lose weight by next year. Are you gonna procrastinate and wait for like 2 months before or 1 month before, or are you gonna work the whole year? Because in order to get to where you want to be, you need to start now, right? And I really wouldn't go for like, oh, you know what? I'll start Monday, or I'll start
next week.
next week. Yeah.
I'll start January 1st.
Right.
A
So
lot of us know what that means.
yeah, of course, New Year's
New Year's
resolution.
resolutions.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
January 1st. And it's April.
Oh, by the way, we're coming to the end of the year really soon. How did you guys do on your New Year's resolution? Leave them in the comments. Let us know. You know, how
if-
successful were you on a percentage scale? You know, no judgment too either. We're not going to laugh at anybody. If you drop the ball, you drop the ball. It's no problem. You know what? You're still here. You have an opportunity to just pick it right back up and keep moving forward. You know, so yeah, we're not trying to call out anybody, but we're just saying time can be your enemy and time can be your best friend.
Yep.
So
So-
yeah,
Leave your results in the comments with a, what do you call them? Those little faces?
emoji,
Emojis, yeah. This crying, happy, excited.
or just tell us your whole story.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a limitation on characters, right? For
I have
comments.
no idea. I don't emoji much.
No, 5, 10 different comments.
I'm a
As long
GIF
as you
kind of
tell.
person.
Yeah,
I like
I like
GIFs. I
GIFs.
like GIFs a lot because there's
Yeah.
there's movement.
me too. Like
You
a
know,
car
there's
or
action.
gifts. Oh,
That's why there's action in GIFs, and we're
That is
talking about
true.
action tonight.
yeah. There's
Light bulb.
yeah, kind of like it's descriptive. It's not like
Thomas
it's not
Edison.
like just a face. You know, like
Yeah.
But anyway, so what else have we got?
So why start now? Last reason.
Well, if you don't take control of your destiny, time will for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
time to take action.
yeah, right. Because you have ultimate. I mean, maybe not ultimate, but you have control of creating the life that you want to live. Right. You have control of creating your own destiny, and so yeah. I mean, I think that pretty much says it all right there. I really don't know how else to explain controlling your own or creating your own destiny. So take the wheel.
And so one thing to close that section of why to start. You know, we use that example of the planets in the universe. What does it take for almost all of them to align? So it takes about 100 years, right? So let's just think that you are one of those planets, and there's other planets waiting to align with you. You don't want to let the universe down, do you? Cool. Okay. Make sense?
No, elaborate, please.
Oh, wow. So it's all the planets, right? So it takes about 100 years to align with each other, right?
Yeah.
In the universe.
Yeah.
So let's just pretend that you're a planet. I'm a planet. Our lovely engineers are planets also,
Uh-huh.
right? And somehow, some way, we have to align. Say in 100 years, we have to align. But if you're not picking up the speed, you're not picking up your part, and I'm not doing my part, how are we going to align?
You're right. Yeah, exactly.
Make sense now?
Right. So now that's putting.
So if you're a planet and someone out there is waiting to align with you, how's it going to happen?
Exactly. Right. So that's not just you yourself moving into action. It's everyone else around you. Right. That's
And
moving into action and moving in a direction where all of your goals are going to be met.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
Someone out there is waiting to align with you. It might be a business partner. It might be a life partner. It might be, I don't know, lost friend or brother or sister. What else? So many options. You
Yeah.
can figure out what
Sure.
I'm talking about.
Exactly.
I think.
Definitely.
But I hope I elaborated.
Yeah, no, that was a lot better. I really understood it then. You know, sometimes I was trying to, my analytical mind was trying to think like, what the heck is he trying to say? But then when you explained it, it made total sense.
Yeah.
I really
So
liked
we're
it.
all planets in this universe. We are. I truly believe that. So, you're here.
Cool. Now, I feel like there's some action going on in the comments section. So,
In the chat.
how do you feel about that?
I
I
think there
don't know.
might be
I mean,
something going on.
looks like they're going to work over there. So let's jump right over and see what's going on. Where we at?
Yeah, there's
The other one right here. So motion.
Eddie.
Oh, Eddie's in the house. What's up, Eddie? Hey, thanks for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate it. Okay. I don't see. Okay, so Victor Aguilar. Yeah, Victor. We said hi to Victor earlier.
I think we did.
Mercedes
Marisa.
Reyes. Hello, Cheetah Bear. Didn't we say hi to her?
Yeah,
Or
we
did we
did.
miss
We
her?
also all the way to Aguascalientes. Thank you. Oh, look at that! All the love
Yeah,
from
Eddie.
Eddie.
Eddie, what's
Oh,
up,
man?
man? Motion Media Chicago. Good evening, fellow entrepreneurs.
Thank you,
Hey,
thank
hey.
you. Good evening.
Eddie's with his claps and his tacos.
Oh, tacos, Eddie, man. We got to talk about them tacos.
Yeah, I
maybe,
still have to edit the video from when we dipped out and we got some tacos. That was so much
yeah,
fun.
that was
Oh, check this out. We got a comment from my brother Fernando Reyes. I started a transportation business through a recommendation without having much knowledge of it. Jumping into it too fast without knowing the full function of the business was a big mistake.
boy. I'm sure you learned a lot. It's the best
Yeah.
way to learn.
So what is he trying to say by that? Because I think he's
Yeah,
going.
he
He's like he took action, right? He
Yeah.
started, but now he's saying it was a mistake, right?
Well,
So do you think there's a little bit of regret there?
sounds like it, but I wouldn't say that. But
I-
Fernando, I'm
I-
sure you learned something. Didn't
Yeah,
you?
exactly. So I would say,
There's no mistakes here.
right, exactly. So it was definitely a learning experience, and for him, let's see, he's got some more stuff that he added. I lost so much money and time. I should have learned the line of work first, started
Yeah.
from the bottom, and fully learned the ropes of it.
You would have lost more money. It might have been an expensive experience, but I'm sure you learned a lot. And maybe if you waited until you actually put the money together to start the business, maybe you would not know about this transportation business at all.
Well, I think if okay, our tech engineers want to say something.
Yo quisiera decir que nunca debemos de arrepentirnos de las cosas que hacemos, ya sea que nos fue bien o mal. Si nos fue mal no importa, siempre hay que aprender de todos nuestros errores y como dice Adrián, siempre se aprende. Entonces, no ver atrás, no ver que fue un error y bueno, eso es lo que yo puedo decir por ahora.
Okay. So yeah,
Yes,
that's
thank
very
you, thank you.
very 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 true what my mom said.
Yeah, that's. I mean, moms know best.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think. Well, I know they've lived a longer lives than we have,
Been around longer.
right? Been around longer. They have more
Felt like-
experience. They've been through certain things here and there, and through their life, they're always trying to coach us and tell us this and that, this and that. Don't do this, don't do that. So we look at it as kids,
Right.
as children, that they're just telling me what to do, what not to do.
Yeah.
We don't think about the lessons that they're trying to teach us.
True.
You know.
But think about it. So going back to that the kids. Think about it. How many times? I don't know, but I don't know about you, but I remember as a kid. I mean, how many times did you fall? I mean, I fell a
I
lot.
have no,
of
I mean, you know
times.
what? I do know because I don't know how many times, but I know I fell a lot because I got a scar right here.
I got
It's a
like
life.
I got like
it's
10
gonna stay with
scars
me.
in the back of my head.
Oh yeah, I got a scar back here, right? And then my kids in my class were like, "Hey, I know where your scars are because I used to have hair. You know, when I was a kid, I used to have a lot of hair." And then I had certain spots that didn't grow hair because of scars. So yeah, I did fall a lot.
Yeah, and I got some interesting stories from my kidhood, my childhood. Whenever we talk about them in family reunions and gatherings, we just have a blast about all the stories.
Yeah.
It was, crazy. Maybe that's now I think I kind of understand now why I'm kind of the way I am, but anyway, that's a different story.
Yeah. Let's see if it shows us who else is joining us.
Who else is watching? Victor, Eddie,
Oh,
Piedad.
my tía Piedad is watching us. Hola Piedad, buenas noches.
Buenas noches, señora Piedad. Es un placer tenerla acá en las redes intersociales.
How do you say live stream in español?
Video
En vivo?
en vivo, video en vivo.
Video en vivo? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else we got over there from the AV booth? Nothing.
Nothing. You guys are
Nothing.
good. You guys are happy over there.
Nothing.
Should we send some more tacos?
Yeah.
All right.
So what else?
Where are we at here? Okay.
So yeah.
How do we start?
Yeah.
How do we get the ball rolling? How do I get towards my goals? How do I build my dreams?
Yeah. So easy.
So easy?
Not.
If it were easy, I think there'd be less or more than 1%
True.
of the 1%, you know?
Be like more like 5 or 6%
Oh,
instead of
think-
1%.
You think so?
Yeah.
If it were easy, you think it'd be like 5%?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So there'll be like 5 of the 1% and maybe 10 of the 5%. Does that make sense? So the
Maybe.
ratio would be bigger, the 1%.
Yeah,
And the 5% would be like 10%.
probably. Do you think if it were easy, people would want to do it, though? It's like, it's too, there's no challenge.
Well, think about it. What's easy that we don't do? Read a book,
Yeah.
study, talk to people, ask questions, take a walk.
Replacing the toilet paper?
Yeah. Let's not get into the personal stuff. Do
Chores.
you know me or something?
Huh?
I'm kidding.
Chores are easy, but
Yeah.
people don't do them,
Yeah.
you know?
Organize in the studio. I mean, for studios out there.
Hey, you know what?
But it's counterintuitive, I think, because I think you might be onto something. So I'm trying to understand here what you said. If making money or becoming successful, but that's a whole other topic though, because success means something different to everybody. Anybody else? I mean, it's just different for every person. It's different.
Right. Well, I think we can just jump right into it. Like, how do we
Sum
start?
it up.
Just how do we start in general? Well, one way that I've seen, or some of the advice that I've been given from my mother, from other entrepreneurs, from life coaches, from motivational speakers,
Friends.
from friends, is to write everything down.
Yeah.
Write everything down. Write your dreams and write your goals down. And then also, you have to be very, 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 very specific.
And dream big,
Yeah,
because there's no limitations for
there
the
isn't,
universe.
right? Oh, were we watching something about how your dreams? Was that today? Did we watch that, or did I watch that?
Maybe you
I
watch
think
it.
I watched. Man, I gotta find that video. I watched something about how. No, you sent. Yeah, you punk. See, it's all coming back to me, dude. Like
Yeah,
little
that
by
was
little.
me.
You sent me the Steve Harvey clip. I shared it on the Higher Thinking Live page.
Right.
Right, because of the dreams and how our dreams are not impossible.
Right.
Right.
Any kind of dream.
The only thing that's impossible is, man, I think I gotta watch that video a couple more times till I can sink in
Okay.
and be instilled in my head, and that way I don't have to.
Put it into practice.
No, I don't have to like jump over words and trip and stuff like that and try to find words to say. But anywho,
At least you remember where you saw it and how you.
yeah.
But yeah, so the only thing impossible is something you haven't done yet. But doesn't mean it's impossible. You just haven't tried at it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No, it was
Dream
something
big.
else. It was. Man, no, I go. Oh man, I feel like a dummy now. Go. on our page, if you haven't seen the post that I shared earlier, there's a little clip about Steve Harvey talking about your dreams, the dreams that you have in your head, and that those dreams are just are your ideas, just not put into practice, right? Not put into into action, and then he goes and talks about the possibility of making that come true. But also,
So writing your dreams and your goals down
yeah,
to a specific detail, right?
yeah,
So, and I think so. For I'll give you an example. So let's say tomorrow you want to. I'm not going to say TV because that's just not. I don't want people to buy TVs, but say you wanted to buy something that you use in your kitchen, right? So let's just say some cookware or something. So if you think about it,
a walk.
I walk.
Yeah,
Fine. So if you think about the size, the depth, the height, the color, the thickness of the material, and then you smell it. How's it going to smell when you're cooking on it? How's it going to look? How's it going to look after you wash it and then you hang it up and then they're ready for the next use? And if you do you feel where I'm going with this? So if you dream it to that detail, it's the universe has no choice but to give it to you.
is that so?
It is.
So definitely, right? Because you've put it in your head that that's what you want, right? That's what you want for your kitchen.
Right.
And so because those key elements or those key features that you cannot, let's say you cannot live without it, right? I mean, you can, but you're going to invest money. That's what you want. And there's no problem with that, right? And so you're not going to stop until you find the perfect one.
Right.
And maybe a walk is probably not the best example to use, right? Because I'm literally thinking a walk. I'm like, well, what the heck kind of walk does this guy want? But anywho, I understand completely what
Sure idea.
Adrian's.
Don't question.
Well, you said a kitchen thing, so the first thing that came to my head was a walk. So I love walks. I have a walk. So I like cooking walks, and maybe I'll take you guys on a little field trip in the kitchen.
Una olla para cocinar.
So, like say, like a car, or I think a car would be a good example. A house,
A house,
right?
a car.
Be very detailed about how you want your house to be. How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms?
What color?
What
the
color?
walls.
Right?
Where are you going to put the bed, the kids' bed? What colors are going to be the sheets? How high is it going to be the bed? Where's the bathrooms going to be at? What kind of curtains you're going to have in the bathrooms? What kind of smell you're going to have in the bathrooms?
Well, I think that stuff you can add later.
Oof,
right?
no.
But the
no.
house, like the house,
No.
when you buying a house, you buying it empty or fully furnished.
A house, how you want a house, I
Right.
think.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway,
I can get on board with that because everything I guess
car,
plays on
same
everything.
thing.
Yeah.
Color you want the wheels to be.
But you get the
seats.
idea. Write your dreams down. You write your goals down. And also another thing I've heard, and one thing I would like to put more into practice, is after writing them down, or even write them down, and keep them around you. But not only that, but write them down every single night.
Again and again.
At night. Write it down before you go to bed. Write it down, and then look over the list, and read them. Read your goals to yourself before going to bed, and then that's going to be
Out loud?
stored.
Read it out loud? Or
read it out loud,
okay.
right? Because that's
Sure.
another thing. Another powerful thing is what we say, right? Another powerful thing is our subconscious,
Oh,
right? And these are two topics that we're going to
Oof.
discuss in the future live stream. But writing your dreams down, writing your goals down every night, and reading them aloud. Now you're putting those dreams and goals are being put into action because you're speaking it, and also your subconscious is downloading it.
yeah. It's like putting an order through the drive-through almost.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Drive-through, yeah. He must go through drive-throughs a lot.
Never. I've not been to a drive-through in a long time.
Yeah, what was the last drive-through you went through? Okay, I believe him now because
Yeah,
he's
I don't know.
thinking really hard. Adrian, what's another way to start something?
Discipline.
Okay. Can you elaborate on discipline?
Sure. Have a schedule.
Okay.
What
Right.
time you go to sleep, what time you wake up, how much time you dedicate for, say, workouts, how much time you dedicate to studying something new, learning something new.
Hmm.
What time? How much time you dedicate to your family, say your parents or your brothers, your sisters, when you guys hang out, whether it's weekends or weekdays, nights or mornings, whenever you do it. So
Hmm.
have a schedule. It helps, I
Okay.
think.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
agree with you. Having a schedule and sticking to it.
Mm.
Like you said, discipline. It does take a lot of discipline
Oh,
to get out of bed in the morning. So for some people, it takes like Mel. She gets the alarm goes off out of the bed instantly. Me, no, I need at least
wow.
15 minutes. You know. And then Mel was telling we were talking about it yesterday or the day before or something like that, and it was just like Mel was saying how she can't do 15 minutes in bed because then otherwise she's just gonna stay in bed. No, she needs to get up and get out of bed. As soon as you hear the alarm, turn it off, get out of bed. For me, I need 15 minutes. It's hard. It's tough. So yeah.
Wow. So Mel, you think you can elaborate a little bit on that? On what's your mentality on hearing the alarm and just like getting up? What's in your mind? What's behind that in your brain? I don't know.
Well, I don't wait 15 minutes to get up. I get up because I have family. I have a reason to get up. I need to make
Okay.
money, pay the bills, have a roof over my
Okay.
head. I have a reason. I have a reason to have something to live for. There's something there that I have to come home to. That's why. It's always about family for me. And, I care about my loved ones and, make sure they have everything they need. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
reason why. That's how my mother raised me. My mother always raised me that, you know, you go to school, you get education, you get your degree, you get a good job, you get a house, you
Yeah.
get a family, you get married, and all that stuff. You want nice things, you have to work for it.
Gotcha.
Nothing given to you. I mean, unless you have rich parents, but I mean, then they become spoiled and they don't appreciate things, I guess, for most
Entitled.
people, in
For
my
sure.
opinion.
Yeah.
But I mean, for me, it's all about family and raising them the right way and telling them, you gotta work
Cool.
hard and appreciate life. You gotta enjoy life.
Yeah.
And you gotta have a balance in life because,
True.
if you wanna go on vacation with your family and enjoy it, how are you gonna do it? Money doesn't grow on trees.
Yeah, stay in 15 minutes. That's not gonna do it.
No, it's,
Once in a while, okay, I guess.
I mean, if you're really tired and I go to work, I go to school, then I gotta go
Mm.
home and cook, and then I gotta be here, I don't really have free time. I mean, I have to
Yeah.
force it.
Cool,
But,
man.
I mean, to me, I have a purpose. And purpose is, having a family, going home, seeing them, and making sure they have everything.
Well, cool.
That's what
Thank you
it
for
is.
sharing.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All
Yeah,
right.
and it's not that I stay 15 minutes in bed and just sit there because I'm lazy or because I don't want to get out of bed. It's I wake up earlier, all right, than I have to,
Mm.
so that I can have those 15 minutes in bed
Hmm.
to just get ready. I get ready like my mentality. I prepare my mind for the day. I kind of analyze what I need to do that day, and my clock starts going and whatnot. But it's not to say that I'm running late because I'm in 15 minutes in
Right,
bed.
right.
I give myself time. To be
Gotcha.
honest,
Yeah.
I'm not lying. I'm not making this up. If I know, like the night before, I know I have to be up at it. I have to be out of the house. I kind of go backwards, right, with my scheduling. I start from where I need to be at a certain time, then I go work backwards from there, and then I calculate what time I need to be up, how long it takes me to get ready, all that stuff, and then I calculate those extra 15 minutes in bed because it's
Yeah.
just I don't know, it's just how I am, it's just how my
Your
I,
brain
I
works.
probably could. I probably could. I don't know. Maybe I'll
So
give it
you
a shot.
probably say after you've calculated all your time and the time you need to get up and your extra 15 minutes, say you need to get up at 6:30, right? And then you get up at 6:30. But let's just say if you get up at 6 o'clock, what will you do in those 30 minutes? Maybe some push-ups and maybe some coffee or tea or take Hazy out for a walk.
Yeah, you're probably right. I probably
I
could
don't
be
know.
doing.
It's just a question. It's
No,
just
no, no.
just,
I think I could be doing some of those things, you know.
yeah.
And whenever I know I don't like if I know I don't have much time in the morning, I won't do those 15 minutes. If I got to get up, I got to get up. But I do want to incorporate exercise, time to myself in the morning to meditate, or maybe even just to read
Right.
before I start my day.
Or
I
listen
would
to
like to.
audio
Well, maybe
book or
not so much
podcast.
audio listening because I can do that throughout the day as I'm driving, as
Right.
I'm doing other stuff. But I would like to be more intentional with my mornings, you know, like I used to be.
María says, yo he escuchado que la gente se queda 5 minutos más y despierta a mediodía.
Wait, what?
Ya 5 minutos más se vuelven 3 horas. It's like, chuta, ya pasó. Oh,
Well, here,
yeah.
let's see. My brother left another comment.
Down.
Yeah, my mom left a comment. Si es verdad, mijo, el no tener conocimiento en ese negocio fue muy duro. Lastimosamente, todos perdimos mucho tiempo y dinero, como dices tú. Pero algo aprendimos de eso. Tú aprendiste que esa no era tu profesión, which is what I wanted to say earlier. I strongly believe that. Y yo estoy muy, muy contenta y orgullosa de ti porque porque lo que haces ahora lo haces con todo tu corazón. And that's very, very true.
Yeah.
You know, I see my brother very passionate about his work, like we talked about the other day. Like really, really passionate. He creates some amazing, amazing stories. Like, I mean, these stories are there, but the way he captures them, they're just very, very beautiful. And
Cool,
and I
man.
think, you know, he learned a lot from his first business. And even though he did jump the gun a little bit, right, just went all in, but he took the risk. He took the risk and learned something big that it's not for him.
It's risky, yeah.
Right?
Maybe we should have Fernando Reyes here to tell us his story.
I think that would be great. I think that would be totally awesome.
Share his story and maybe give us some tips on how to not jump the gun so fast.
Well,
I mean,
maybe
go in, but
I think maybe just
have
share
your-
his experience. You know,
yeah.
I really want to get in and just like go through that. Maybe go on a journey with him. You know, going back to from his first business into now, and just compare the different businesses and see what did he apply in his new business that he didn't in his first one.
What did he learn from his first
Right?
business?
Or what did he learn from here that made it the second business more successful?
Yeah, cool. right.
So my brother says, learning my mistakes, I did things very different. And with the second business, I was patient. I learned as much as I could before even thinking about being the boss. Little by little, I moved up to where the next step was to create my own business. I completely agree with making moves to get to your goal, though moving too fast can be a cause for disaster. Baby steps is okay, like you said. Little by little, you will get there. Like, you know, at least
Step at a time.
you're one step closer to your goals and your dreams, right? So yeah, it's a really, really good point.
Yep. And what else?
My mom says, yo he escuchado
Que la gente se queda 5 minutos
Oh, yeah.
más.
Oh, I give myself time.
Sus minutos,
Yeah.
sí.
15 minutos.
Sus minutos de él son de 180 segundos.
Ok.
Son 15 minutos.
All right. So,
So I think that kind of sums it up and how to start. I mean,
I think so. I mean,
I think down deep, I think we all know how to start.
We do.
Sometimes we just
we just choose
get
not to.
distracted, Yo?
Oh, so when your alarm goes off, what happens?
Alarm?
When you to wake up.
What alarm?
What do you mean, what alarm?
People need alarms to get up?
Nice.
Oh, they do?
No, que tiene, ¿cómo se dice? Rooster.
Yeah. Tengo un gallo.
Tiene un gallo.
Kikiriki.
Sinceramente, yo tampoco pongo alarma. Yo,
Es posible para algunos.
yo digo, me voy a levantar a las 6 de la mañana
Y a las 6.
y cuando faltan unos 15, 10 minutos, me despierto. Veo el reloj, veo que ya va a sonar y antes que suene, apago y me levanto.
Eso me pasa así muchas veces también.
Y
You know,
No.
I get so used to waking up at a
Es,
time,
es la mente
and then I just
que
wake up before.
siempre me pasa eso.
I stay 10 minutes, 10 minutos. So I let the alarm, ring, and then I snooze it for 10. Y después ya abro los ojos y respiro unas 10 veces profundamente. Doy gracias por estar vivo, doy gracias por amanecer una vez más, un día más, y por una nueva oportunidad, por otro día más, 24 horas más. Bueno, casi 24 horas más.
If
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some water, get coffee ready,
Mhm.
and vámonos. So yeah,
So yeah, I think anybody has any inputs, please leave them down and leave them in the comments. We would like to hear some of your stories, maybe hear some of your tips
Yeah.
on how we can, how we can start something.
or how to get up without an alarm.
Yeah. Let us know, please.
I think you know what? I think I just found the solution. I remember I was in that class 2 weeks ago about reprogramming the mind.
the NLP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can.
Program your mind.
Yeah.
To
get
wake
up,
up without an
with an
alarm.
alarm at a certain time.
Okay.
I think you can.
Yeah.
I mean, your internal clock knows what time it is, how many times it has slept.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can, somehow maybe find a recording that says, "I am going to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, regardless. It's not necessary, but I have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning," and then your subconscious knows, and it does. Yeah.
Yo lo he experimentado.
Yeah. You can reprogram your kids while they're sleeping. Yeah. It works.
Yeah. Reprogram your kids while they're sleeping.
Yeah. Hey. It's not necessary, but you have to get up at 7 a.m.
You have
And
to
you
take
take a
out the
shower.
trash in the morning.
Yeah. Right, Jackie? You got Jackie on.
Jackie Carpintero joined us.
Yeah,
Hola, Jackie.
she knows.
Buenas noches.
She knows reprogramming the brain. So I'm going to start working on a new. I'm going to write a new program for my brain, for my subconscious to
So
get up
here, if you
early.
can do that, all right, do that not just for yourself but for all of us. If you can document the process that you go through
Yeah.
and share with us, and your results, I think that would be a
That
great
would be
thing.
a cool experiment.
Be a great experiment. Also, I think that a lot of people can benefit from it.
Absolutely.
Because I know I have no clue what you're talking about. Right.
Yeah.
I know you went to the seminar, and it sounds very interesting, and I would like to learn more about it.
Yeah. It's super cool. By the way, I'm trying to get to one of the teachers from that seminar to come to the show and share some of his knowledge with us.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
So yeah.
Well, we have another comment. Fernando Reyes says, "My wife is always getting up without an alarm. I tell her to set it, and she says she doesn't need it. She has
Yeah.
been late to work many times." Oh no.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, so does she need it then?
Well,
Wait. But that doesn't mean that's not the reason why she's late to work, is it?
So the first statement is not correct. Then my wife is always getting up without an alarm.
So if she's getting up without an alarm, does that mean that she's getting up late, or is she just taking too long to get ready?
She gets up just without an alarm. It's not when she needs to get up. Needs
Yeah.
to get up.
Definitely. Like today, I woke up without an alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me too.
but I didn't really have any pressing matter in the morning, so
Yeah.
But yeah, that's hilarious.
So Jackie, what did Jackie say? Did she say anything, or is she
Not
still
yet.
watching?
Yes, it shows she joined. Let's see if we can see watching now.
No. You got Piedad, la señora Piedad desde Aguascalientes. What did she say?
Oh no, she's my mom's sister.
Oh, Florida.
Yeah, from Florida, Miami,
Oh.
Florida.
Shout
is it
out to
called?
Floridians.
Sunshine
Sunshine
State. Say that 3 times fast.
Sunshine.
No, Sunshine State.
Ah,
Say it.
State. I already said the sunshine part.
Sunshine State. Say it.
Sunshine State.
Say
Sunshine
it 3
State.
times
Sunshine
fast.
State. Sunshine.
Sunshine. Sunshine.
It is the sunshine, except when
It
it
is.
rains.
It is. Well, yeah, and the hurricanes come. Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
So,
Pero
all right,
yo-
so back
pero
to,
yo-
so-
Yo puedo decir parangaricotirimícuaro.
eso cuenta. Parangotirimícuaro.
Parangaricotirimícuaro. Parangaricotirimícuaro.
Parangotirimícuaro. It's
Para-
a tongue twister.
Para.
Peter Piper, same
Yeah.
thing. Parangotirimícuaro.
Okay, got it.
All right.
All right, so thanks for tuning in. Talk is cheap, action is money. All right, there are so many ways to do it. So many ways. There's so many ways to get from here to your house.
Yeah.
There's so many ways
Yeah.
to skin the cat.
And sometimes it's not about finding the easiest way to get to something. It's finding what's easy for you to get to something, because your way may not be the way I do it, may not be the way someone else does it.
Right. Exactly.
So it's okay. You don't have to do what everybody does. Just do it. And find your own way to do it.
Exactly. Exactly. Find your own way to do it. And but the important part is lack of action is not the way to
Definitely
do it.
not
The way to do it. So it requires action, right? Because for every action, there's a reaction, and in order to get the results that you need, you
must take some action.
yeah. I was trying to think of something profound to say with the but whatever. You guys get what I'm saying. I'm not trying to come off as some whatever
Nerd,
Not-
geek.
eh.
What else?
I think we've got it for today, man. I think we've covered it all. If you're watching on the replay, please feel free to keep leaving comments. Tag anybody, share to all of your friends and your
Thumbs
families,
up,
your coworkers.
thumbs down,
Give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs down. Let us know what we can be doing better.
mad face or whatever that is.
Also,
Crying face.
please, if you like the stuff that we're doing, and you would like to join the team,
Collaborate.
if you'd like to collaborate, we're definitely all ears. We would like to be connected with as many people as we can, who kind of have the similar goals, similar mindsets,
Approach. Mentality.
Right. And then also, please, go check out our Patreon page. There's no content on it right now. I'm working on that, but there will be content specifically made for the Patreon page. So if you become a member, you have access to the stuff that's on there, which is going to be some self-help stuff, some behind-the-scenes videos, some more. Maybe some other interviews with other people that we can't possibly get here on the show, but maybe we can go out to the events and then also interview them, and we'll be putting that up as well on the Patreon page. So definitely you guys can benefit from supporting the page. We really appreciate that as well.
Sweet, man.
What is this? No more talk. I want action.
See action.
I want to see action.
That's a gift. You said you like gifts, so someone left you a gift.
I do love gifts. It's not playing though.
It's they're
Or is it a
they're
meme?
talking. No, they're talking.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yep.
All
So
right. Well,
thank you very much, and for joining us once again. And we are trying to make the world a better place, one human at a time.
yeah. Slogan.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. I think so.
And we want to thank our AV engineers tonight for stepping up to the task. We appreciate it. You guys did a phenomenal job.
Yeah. Thank you very much. You guys did an amazing job. Thank you for keeping us alerted or updated with all of what was going on your end over there.
And obviously, thank you to all the
Thank you
the viewers.
for all of you for joining us. Thank you to our patrons who are members and are supporting this live stream. We greatly appreciate you, and we're thankful for supporting. We really do. All right, man. Another one in the books. Thank you, man, for coming down.
My pleasure.
I hope you like
It's
the
always
studio.
my pleasure.
And
It looks wonderful.
yeah, thanks.
I think if you turn either the webcam or the other cam, they could probably see. Although I don't think they have something to compare it with.
Maybe I can
the way
get.
it looked before.
No, they don't. Because all they really
Well,
see is just us. And this.
I can paint them a picture from my.
No, it's okay. I think we can just leave that part out. Yeah.
Anyway,
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Have
you.
a great night.
Peace out.
We'll see you on the next live stream, which is Friday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And stay tuned for the topic then.